You got new Galaxy what?
A sheet for my bed.
Nice.
And Lucille doesn't trust it.
That's because it's all the way up in the sky. Gotta be careful.
Alright. Let's see. I think.
I love the thumbnail.
Jingle bells.
So, yeah, you're officially live.
Oh, am I?
Jingle bells.
Okay, hold on. Let me open it
Were
up.
you not trying to be live right now?
Jingle bells.
Well, my live studio is like it's it's not going right now, so I'm just like okay.
It's one.
What why did it change it to oh my gosh.
What's up?
That the 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 thumbnail is not the thumbnail that's supposed to be there.
Yo, are you doing all right, man? Are you okay?
Bangs head on keyboard repeatedly. Just oh my gosh.
It's fine. You could adjust that afterwards.
Oh. There was audio going on in the background. I had to mute it. Oh goodness. That was coming from the YouTube feed. Okay.
Yeah, we already have 2 people in chat.
Hello there, people. um and welcome to the thing. The thumbnail is not what it's supposed to be, and I'm mad at it.
Very special Christmas.
Alright, so uh eh, eh. I can't word. Alright.
Welcome to the D&D podcast.
TF will just sit there and go, ah! Like 50 million times. Alright, so this is a project that I've been working on for almost a year now. I think the idea the idea started up in February, I think. And has been growing. And things got put on hold. And then I started adding more crap and more crap and more crap. So this is essentially gonna be some sort of live stream thingamajig. I mean a podcast type thingamajig. How come I can't word today?
I don't know, man.
Alright, so we have meh.
Am I supposed to say something?
Say hello.
Preferably.
That I.
We got Nargut. And
For the French pronunciation, Nargo.
okay.
No.
And we got K.
Sup?
And then you have your host in DM, me, TF. So, and K is being super professional over there.
Hell yeah.
I can practically taste them in my mouth.
Taste. Okay.
Yeah, just for everybody watching the live stream, I have Smarties. A whole bag of them.
Be envious.
This has been my meal for the day.
I don't know if that counts as a meal.
They're
It's
gonna
not-
count?
they're gonna count it as a meal.
Alright.
Look, it's fat-free, gluten-free, and peanut-free. What more do you want?
I don't know. But it's medicine. You know? You remember.
Hmm?
No one remembers?
I think we're getting off topic.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright. Excuse me, I burped. It's not a TF stream unless she burps.
Then suddenly noise.
And then suddenly Mez apartment decides to explode.
That's my fridge.
It sounds very fridgy.
Alright. Bleh.
All I can think of is the fridge character from those Johnny, Yes Papa stuff.
Oh, man.
Oh no.
I thought you were gonna say the fridge character from that dating sim.
What dating sim,
Wait,
pray tell?
Well, don't worry about it.
I am going to worry about this.
I ask that you, tell us later on
Alright.
camera. Because I am curious.
It's not very good.
Alrighty.
Is that car?
Is that Ka?
I'm looking at chat.
Is what Ka?
No, it's a typo by Mr. Mudcake.
Oh.
Is it Ka?
Hello.
I'm sorry. So, D&D.
Alright, so this is the moment y'all have been waiting for. My little lump of coal that I am going to smush into a diamond, hopefully, with intense heat and pressure.
Yes.
Alright, so let me set the scene for y'all. Alright, so in this big, almost oasis-like kingdom, it's in some sort of desert, but almost an oasis of a city, stands the main kingdom city of Miramore. It's known as the Mirror Kingdom for reasons we may get into later. It is made of light-colored masonry, mostly creams, beiges, and the castle is just beyond the city square that's made of a shiny stone, kind of like a rose quartz granite, polished. At the center of the square is a statue of a winged saber-tooth figure named, sorry, I was reading my notes. Winged saber-tooth creature on its hind legs with the wings outstretched. A creature from local fables described as the playful goddess of fortune. The city square is more like a honeycomb type shape instead of a square, where there is a one main pathway leading up into the city square, or honeycomb, with a lot of storefronts and businesses around the sides. At the northmost part of the honeycomb is a big bridge that leads to the castle. It's surrounded by a really deep moat all the way around, and it's guarded by these 4 guards, 2 posted at the front and 2 posted at the back. 2 toasted at the back. Alright, so I want you each to roll a d20, and we'll see who I start introducing first.
Oh fuck, I can't spell.
Alright, so
Rolling low tonight.
we got...
Tell me about it.
Alright, Hama has rolled a 10, and so Hama has been hired on as sort of head of security for the the Sunrise Festival. I cannot word, and I do apologize. I'm hoping by doing this enough that my speech will get better. Hopefully. No promises. Alright, so Hama has been hired on as security for the Sunrise Festival. And for those not in the know, the Sunrise Festival is kind of like taking the New Year's Eve party in Times Square. That is how big it is, and that's how well known it is, and that's how busy it can get. So Hama is there to just make sure that things is all nice and neat. Hama is being known as the Night Owl, or the Owl. Right?
I think just Owl.
Just Owl?
Probably.
Okay. So, Hama is known as the Owl, patrolling the city square, making sure that there's no harm coming to the guests that come in. Since Anthony rolled next, we got Anthony, who rolled a 7, who is next in line. Anthony has come to do entertainment in the city square, but that won't be till later, so he's free to do whatever he wants right now. Last we saw him, he was by the train station, but I don't know if he's still there, just watching the empty tracks, or if he has done something else with his life by now. Because, Rin and Anthony would have come into the city a lot after Hama did. And then we have Rinston, who rolled a 2. As being the very last.
Don't shame her.
I will not shame the Bab. She is okay. So she has rolled in to be the party planner, or the assistant party planner to Princess Almaya. So far she has met a few people in town, and she's been pretty much well viewed as a friendly face. While Anthony doesn't really know anybody, he hasn't really talked to anybody.
That is not. And
Hama seems to be keeping some sort of, like, professional distance. At the moment. And while the party planning is now finished, Rinston is also available to move about. Deja, why'd you grab my nose? Okay. She grabbed my nose. So Rinston is available to kind of enjoy the party to the fullest because she has nothing else left to do. She helped Princess Almaya set up everything. The stage is built right by the drawbridge, like right behind the statue. And if you guys want to introduce your characters accordingly to, do you have any actions you want to take in order of your roles?
Not particularly. Probably Hama's just gonna be watching over everybody, making sure there's no funny business.
Anthony will... Oh. Anthony... Wait, do you want to introduce Hama a little more at all, there? Or are you good?
Well, one notable thing about her is that, she's kind of a well-known vigilante, so people might recognize her. I'm not sure.
Well, Hama did get a free train ride out of her notoriety, so.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're moving on to Mr. Anthony.
Anthony Macaroni.
Antoni Macaroni. He's 24 years old, very young. He's short. He's only about 5'6". He's not very muscular. He looks kind of gaunt and angled and kind of a little bit creepy. His eyes are sunken in. He's got dark hair and dark eyes, and he is going to go to the public park or wherever that happens to be, with his wooden puppet, which he will polish while menacingly people watching. And he's got this tattoo that, if his sleeve is indeed down, as you may see in the picture, is a red Eastern style dragon.
Well, Anthony, since you're over by the what they would call a park in that area, you don't see very many people, as a lot of them are drawn to the city square.
Perfect.
Anything else you'd like to add before we move on to Rinston?
Nah, I think that's it.
Alrighty.
Okay, so what am I doing? A basic introduction, like
Basic introduction and what she's generally doing.
Okay, so Rinston Arma, pretty much she is she's a trusting soul, or at least she tries to be. I would say she's very, very clumsy. Incredibly clumsy. She's fallen on her face several times just walking along the paths.
Can confirm.
It's amazing that her glasses are not broken and that her veil has not ripped.
She probably has an enchantment on them.
Maybe. She wanders from place to place, never really staying nearby. She goes where the wind takes her, or the spirits that call to her, as she likes to word it. She's kind of on the shortish side, being 5'6", 27 years old. Very keeps to herself mostly, but she does try to interact. Today, she makes her way towards any less crowded area. She is enjoying the party itself, but she's trying not to stay near other people, especially not for too long. So wherever is less populated.
The park.
So
She's already tried to talk with Antony.
Yeah. That did not go very well.
So is she still at the city square, or is she, like, in the outlying area trying to stay away from people?
I would say wherever is less populated, that's where she's going.
Then an outlying area, because
Yeah.
everybody else is going to be kind of crammed into the city square.
Oh yeah, she's not gonna like that.
So, Hama is actually kind of alone, walking around the city square, making sure everything's okay. Since Antony and Rin are on the outlying areas, they're not gonna see much. Hama passes by a few vendors, And like these vendors have popped up specifically for the event. They're not going to be uh, permanent fixtures to this kingdom. They show up, they set up shop, and then they'll pack up later and go home. So like little vendors tents. One of them may like catch her eye a bit because it's a more ornate style tent than most of them.
Okay.
Uh, and there is a woman sitting inside. She has like this purple hair, these pinkish type cat ears, and these intriguing pink wings. She's in some sort of cloak, sitting at this grand table within her tent with a crystal ball sitting right in front of her. Seeing Hama walk by, she kind of gives a little bit of a jingle from whatever is inside her tent and kind of calls out to her. Madame, Madame, do you have a moment?
Sorry, I'm on duty.
Yes, I'm very aware of this. You've been patrolling since before the event has started, and I've been watching very closely.
And
Well, she comes out of her tent a bit, hoping that she would draw a little bit closer. You see, I've been watching you for a while, and there is something I should tell you. She holds out her hand.
what do you need to tell me?
You. You won't be able to stop it, you know.
Hama gets suspicious. Stop what?
I know why you're here, and I know the job you've been given. Though you will succeed in your basic task, the overall, you won't be able to stop it. I cannot give specifics because that's not how this sort of magic works. Even I don't know the specifics. I just know that don't be hard on yourself.
I think Hama looks like she doesn't really believe what the lady's saying. So she just kind of waves it off and walks away.
She looks mildly disappointed, but she goes back right into her tent. Do the other two of you have anything else to say?
But we're not there.
I know you're not there. I just said, do you guys have anything else, like, or are you guys gonna be antisocial?
Can I do an investigation thing?
Sure. What do you want to investigate?
Just like Hama's gonna give a a little tiny closer look from afar at the tent, just like, because that was really suspicious.
I mean, yeah, if you want to roll investigation. You could obviously see that it is some sort of fortune teller's tent. And from your widespread journeys, you know that the country of origin is Hemiklit, which is a skyward city full of people, winged people.
Okay, so it's probably fine.
Mhm.
Alright, I guess she just continues on with her regular duty.
Alright, you guys over there. What you guys doing?
Hello.
Winston would be watching the festivities, but you know she's got her reasons why she's not getting closer.
Does anything catch her eye?
Should I roll a perception?
If you wanna.
I'm not quite sure what the. Let me just roll perception when I can find where it is on the sheet. Oh, there it is. It's not great. It's a
Alright.
12 getter.
She rolls a 12. So, from afar, I'm gonna assume that she's kind of like at the mouth of the city square. If she's just kind of watching from afar, kind of Quasimodo style.
Yeah, you know, that's a great way to put it. She's having a little musical number in her head.
And out there. So, from where she's standing, she could see pretty much everything that I had described. There were other tents set up, other attractions. The fortune teller's tent being especially eye-catching because of how ornate it is. There's people up on the stage getting ready for the evening's festivities to begin. And she does see a couple of familiar faces coming out of the Crystalline Inn and starting to walk around.
How crowded is the pathway to the fortune teller tent?
Not exactly crowded. It's like people are passing by it, but people are not gathered around it.
Okay. So I guess she's gonna poke her head in.
The woman in there having just been waved away by Hama, essentially, kind of walks back into the tent. Upon seeing Rinston, her eyes light up just a little bit and invites her in. Oh, come in! I'm sorry. I didn't see you there.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to just burst right in. The tent is very pretty, and hello?
It's alright. A lot of stuff to look at today. Lots of stuff going on, too. I think this would be my first year here. I've been trying to come here for a few years, but, you know, it's not easy getting out of Hemiklit.
It doesn't seem like it's very easy to get out of places in general.
Have a seat.
Oh, yes. Hello. She goes to take a seat. She misses.
Ooh.
She misjudges where the chair is.
Are you alright? Do you need any
Fine,
help?
perfectly fine.
Okay.
Give me one moment because my cat's getting a little too demanding.
Oh no.
Give me a moment. Sorry.
How about an inner monologue of Antony? The camera cuts over to Antony as he's feeding the pigeons menacingly.
He just grumbles in his head.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Welcome back. We were just watching Antony feed some pigeons. As he grumbles and thinks how much better he is than the pigeons.
He wouldn't feed pigeons.
He would poison
That's
pigeons
too much
in the
money.
park.
Not even that. That costs bread, man. He's saving that bread for him. That's his bread.
He's actually tossing dirt instead that he picked up off the ground.
It's free.
Throwing little chunks of dried up grass. Alright. So once Winston sits down, the girl on the other end just kind of sits down on her own chair and kind of leans in a little bit. You know, you have an interesting aura.
Oh. Funny thing. I've heard that before.
It's true. Would you like me to give you a reading?
Yes, hold on. How much will it cost? She's going in and kind of lifting up one of the half skirts to start going through her pouch.
She pauses and just kind of looks Rin up and down and goes, "For you, 5 gold.
That's incredibly well priced. Thank you. And she will pay the 5 gold.
Alright. That's fine. Because I can't math on my own, I had to use a calculator. I am dumb. Alright, there we go. She reaches over and touches Rinston's hand while getting the gold. And she looks surprised. And she looks at her a little bit closely, kind of leans in.
Winston leans back.
In a place that is boiling over, really hot, there's somebody waiting for you.
Oh my. Her first thought is hell.
I thought I heard like a
That was a motorcycle outside the apartment complex.
It was like perfect timing.
Alright, so her first thought was hell.
Yes.
She kind of like tilts her head and goes, "Though I don't think they know that they're expecting you." You've never met... Huh?
This doesn't help her.
They've never met you before. And I hope it's well received. She kind of sits back a little bit. She shakes her head. She goes, "I don't know specifics. That's not how this kind of magic works. But just remember, someplace hot, somebody knows you, but doesn't know you. And might be unexpected.
Well, thank you. I am aware that magic has its tricky ups and downs, so I greatly appreciate it.
You're welcome. It's like you have this aura I can't place.
Uh, I'd like to thank the lady for that. But I have wasted enough of your time. Thank you again, madam.
Not time wasted at all. It was a very interesting read.
Well, I hope to see you again before the festival is over.
Likewise. And do be careful out there.
Oh, yes, yourself as well. She is going to stand up too quickly.
Are you sure you don't need help?
Perfectly fine. She says this with like half her face smushed on the floor. She kind of gives a wave and gets herself up.
Well, you be careful out there then. Anthony, are you still grumbling over in the corner? It's just waiting for showtime.
Meatball.
Did you just grumble about meatballs?
Yeah.
Alright. So as they walk through town, both Rinston and Hama sees like something familiar, red in the crowd, heading towards the stage, followed by the two more muted colors behind him.
Okay. I guess she's gonna keep an eye on them. Well,
We call that profiling,
Yeah.
man. And Rinston can see crap. Jazz and Kine walking by as well. They seem to be in some sort of heated debate over what I don't think she knows.
Oh, she waves to them.
Hold on. Let me do like a little roll to see if any of them catch on. Alright, so, Kine actually sees her. Kind of gives a little nudge to Jazz. They both turn around, and they happily wave at her. They approach her.
She just kind of has like she's glad to see them, but inwardly she's just like, well, I didn't expect it to come this far.
Oh shit! I have to interact today.
She was pretty much just expecting them to keep walking, and then she would have just been happy because, yay, this is progress towards friendship. But no.
She was not ready for this.
She waves hello again, though she's now a little nervous.
Jazz looks like his happy, bouncy self. Kind of, looks like his too tired for this shit sort of self, but with a small, smirky type smile. Jazz's tail is like going wild with wagging, and he clasps Rinston's hand in excitement. And, hello there, Lady Rinston!
Hello. Hello, Jazz. It's nice seeing you again.
Ah, you enjoying the festival then? The party has not yet begun.
I prefer to watch from a distance.
A distance? And why would that be? Kind of gives him a little bit of an elbowing, because not everybody is as extroverted as you are.
Right.
Well, Lady Rinston, is there a place where we could, accompany you so you're not so alone? Or would you rather be alone? I don't know how these things work.
Oh, no, you were all clearly busy. Please don't let me disturb you. I just wanted to say hello.
Oh, we weren't really busy, now were we, Kine? Not really. But if you would rather us leave you alone, you feel free to say so. We won't be hurt, I promise. I don't know, I might be a little bit.
She looks torn on this because she's just kind of looks between and looks away for a moment, thinking it over. Then wherever it was you two were going, I can accompany you if you don't mind.
I don't mind at all, Lady Rinston. What about you, Kine? Do you mind? Do you? Kine just kind of rolls his eyes. I don't mind. I really don't. Kind of gives like the shallow gesture forward, like come hither.
Wonderful, then. I'll follow you guys. And she kind of walks a bit closer to them then.
They just start walking around, and they seem to have some sort of banter, talking about how the first Sunrise Festival started, with Kine kind of interrupting Jazz every so often to correct him on his knowledge. They would kind of get a little bit closer to Hama by now. Oh.
Well,
I just saw M's message on Discord. Okay, so we're gonna slow this down for a second.
Yeah. So how's Anthony doing?
he's well, has he seen anything in the park? There's not a lot of people, but there's gotta be somebody.
Not really.
Alright.
There's probably like one or two people coming in and maybe walking across, but as far as standing around, not really.
Okay, so the park is completely empty?
Pretty much.
Alright, he'll practice his little magic show.
You do you, Anthony. You do you.
Hey, Hey, he's gotta perform a thing on stage, man.
I may have to throw an NPC his way just to bother him.
And so Kichiro appears.
In a cloud of smoke. I was kind of reaching into my bag to see what I got real quick. Because there's plenty of people I could use. I have a ton. There's this, I'm gonna use somebody that you guys are familiar with.
Okay.
So, there's a figure that's out in the park that seems a bit lost. And he's wearing, like, this royal type purple color. Like, this deep royal purple cloak and... I can't speak. And his top and bottom is also made of some sort of royal purple. He has like this deep color, this deep dark brown like color in his hair that's highlighted with goldish blonde. And and he comes over to Anthony, looking at him, kind of like with a cocked head to the side. So what are you doing?
He turns and looks at this person, kind of sizes him up.
Looks like a scrawny kid, probably in his mid to late teens. And you guys know him as T.
Tea. Like the kind that you drink?
Well, it's spelt like that, yes.
Did we already make that joke before? I don't remember.
Probably.
Yeah. What?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Kind of lost.
You got money?
Beg pardon?
Money.
Don't know what difference that makes.
I help you find your way. You give me some money.
Kind of tilts his head again. Did you have a price in mind?
How much you have on you?
He just kind of stares back at him and kind of shakes his head a little bit. I don't like where this is going.
No.
No.
It's just a question.
I'll find my own way. Thanks.
You're lost. There's no one around but me.
I'm not that lost.
I suppose not.
Mostly, I was interested in what you are practicing there.
Yes. Tell me what you see.
A puppet, a marionette, to be precise.
Yes. I practice.
Are you part of the entertainment?
Yes. Very trustworthy.
Yes, make that a statement. uh, I'm T.
Excuse me?
My name. My name is T.
Like the kind you drink. Sorry.
Well, yes.
Which kind?
What's your name?
My name is Anthony.
Well, it's a pleasure, Anthony.
Yes.
The 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 entertainment is going to be starting soon.
Yes.
That's what I hear.
Are you going to try and follow me for free?
No, actually.
Hmm.
I figured we could walk together. I didn't plan on following you.
No. Thank you.
Well, if you feel that way. And he starts walking off.
Alright, how far away is the stage?
It's probably about I want to say about a 5 to 8 minute walk.
Okay. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, well, how soon do you think the festivities, as far as events, are actually going to happen?
Fairly soon.
Within that 5 to 8 minute window?
I mean, probably going to be starting. I mean, there's other acts.
Okay, so he's not going to be like leaving an empty stage or whatever.
Yeah, he's not the only act on the entertainment wagon.
Alright. Then he will he'll head for the stage.
He's gonna mosey on over.
Yep, at his leisure.
Alrighty. So since Emma's back, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So Rinston and Co. should be kind of passing in close proximity to Hama at this point.
Okay. She probably gives them a once over. But I don't think there's anything suspicious about them.
Jazz sees Hama and gives like this cheerful little wave, while Kine is just kind of going, brother. Jazz does this like big over the top bow in greeting.
Hama just kind of inclines her head towards him and just keeps going.
Sup.
Winston's gonna kind of lean over to Kai and going, Who's that?
Well, as far as I know, that's the owl.
She doesn't look like an owl. I mean, I guess there are the feathers.
Jazz kind of rights himself up and kind of like brushes himself off. Well, I guess it's a good thing she didn't recognize me. Just kind of gives him a jab. Don't bring up that train ride again. Jazz kind of chuckles and leans back a bit, like, you know, anime style, where they have their arms behind their head and leans back a bit.
Mm-hmm.
The best way I could describe it. He goes, yeah. Well, she's kind of a famous vigilante.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah, she leads quite a exciting life. Surprised she's here.
Winston just looks fascinated as she kind of tilts her body to where Hama walked off towards to see if she can get another glimpse of her. She leans too far.
This poor child.
Just as a side note, you guys are mentioning how your characters are short at 5'6". Hama's like 5 feet tall, so she might just like
Seriously? Okay.
cruising below everybody else's heads.
Yep.
It's funny because all of y'all are being like, they're short at 5'6", and I'm 5'1", going, short my ass.
Hey, I said
I mean,
that Anthony was short for a man.
compared to all the other dragons, Rin is short.
I don't doubt this, but still. Hama, we are friends. We are height buddies.
Hey.
You're shorter than me. Alright. Jazz kind of tries to help Rinston up. Because he's good pupper.
Again, she insists she's alright and gets herself up. So she does thank him.
Kind of angles their head over to Hama. Yeah, she's kinda... She's kind of like a hardhead of sorts. Doesn't really talk to many people. Is kind of a person of few words. I wish...
Rin... Oh, sorry.
Oh, I wish you luck if you want to, if you ever want to start talking to her.
Well, she does sound fascinating, but I'm not quite sure her and I would get along.
And how would you know, Lady Rinston? You seem to get along with just about anybody.
You're way too kind. So what brought you guys to the festival anyway?
Ah, I don't think she knows our origin story. Oh, please. It's not really anything that special. I saved your life. Yeah, I get that, but, like, sharing? It's not all that exciting. I saved your life! I thought I meant more to you than that.
You really saved his life? That's amazing.
Oh, yes. You see, he was like, what, 15? Looks over at Kyne. Kyne just kind of gives like this little shrug. Whatever I was 7 years ago. And he was dying in an alleyway. And so, I got him to a healer just in time. Yeah, he was about to starve to death, and he has some sort of ailment that kind of plagues him. But I was able to get him to a healer. They were able to fix him up, and we've been inseparable ever since. It's been a while since we've been to this place again, but we try to come as often as we can. Kind of like an anniversary of friendship.
While he's going through this story, Rinston just looks absolutely amazed. Like, she has never heard of this concept before, so she's just stunned. Like, we're talking about the whole, like, stars in the eyes kind of deal.
She's never heard of the concept of saving somebody's life? Oh, wait. Yeah, that would make sense.
She's saved spirits, but that's the closest she's gotten.
I was like, how does she not know that concept? I was like, well, nope. She was raised on a graveyard. She's surrounded by death. Yeah. Not exactly the liveliest folk to talk to.
No. She's never really had a living audience. But yeah, this absolutely amazes her.
And the two just seem kind of like blasé about it. Well, more so Kyne than Jazz. Jazz kind of looks this like proud pupper with his tail wagging, and Kyne just kind of sitting over at the side shrugging. Like, well, it's true. I haven't left. Because I'm your guardian, bucko. I'm old enough to be on my own now. But yet you stick with me. True.
I can see why you're inseparable. That's outstanding. I'm glad that you've made a recovery and... Wow.
Still got the sickness, you know. But it's nothing contagious. Gotta be treated every so often. But it's no big. Thanks to my dad.
Okay, I thought that there was going to be more added to that.
Nah, he's not diving into his own backstory.
No. I thought just like not time continuing, but just Jazz interrupting. I thought you were taking a breath to continue.
Nah, I saw something. I had to take care of.
Oh, okay. So, where are they headed to anyway?
Kind of towards the front of the stage. So now they have like prime real estate, quote quote, seats, even though there's no seats.
Hmm.
It's kind of like the less crowded front area where you're not sandwiched in by like a billion people. You're like at that really front area where you have a little bit of room to move.
Okay, good.
There's an official that seems, well, person that seems official anyways, that goes up onto the stage and struts across the stage. Stage. So, and this person announces the very first form of entertainment.
Woohoo!
And it seems to be some sort of dance act. Yes, everybody dance now just starts playing at full blast.
Everybody in the square dance.
Everybody dance now. And so, what is Hama doing in all of this?
I don't know. Was she walking towards the stage?
At the time they saw her, yes. I don't know if she's fully past the stage though, but they're like kind of headed in the same direction.
Okay. I think she'd be probably keeping an eye on stuff around the stage just because that'll
Security.
be a big kind of hub area.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything particular to note.
Not really. Everything seems to be normal.
Okay.
Anthony, how is your trek going?
He going to the stage.
Very, very slowly.
I don't know.
So slowly.
Do you see anything interesting along the way?
People heading in.
All right. Yeah, that's what he's up to.
Alright. So, after the dance act is over, I really have no real description for it. It was just dance act.
It was the most beautiful.
As
It was the most beautiful electric slide we had ever seen.
absolutely.
A tough act to follow up. Oh boy.
And who's gonna follow that? Anthony.
Oh no. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll do great.
I mean, who wouldn't want to watch a puppet show after that, right?
Puppets.
I think Anthony's puppet show's gonna be the bomb.
So, does he make it in time dramatically?
I don't know.
Do you want to make a roll for it?
How far is the park from the stage?
5 to 8 minute walk.
Okay. And how long was the dance?
I would say that took up a nice, 10 to 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah, he's probably already there.
Alright, there we go. So,
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know either. So,
You're the
either
DM, you know everything!
I don't control your character. So, if you want to make a roll for it, you can make a roll for it. Or you could just say he's there.
So I get to control the timing now? He makes it there in 4 minutes. He runs real fast.
He teleports.
He teleports there, man. He teleported onto that stage.
Look,
Wait,
the only reason why I'm giving you the option is because it's a 5 to 8 minute walk and it was about a 15-minute dance routine. So,
Hell yeah.
when did he leave?
He left before the dance routine started, didn't he? The acts weren't on yet.
That's what I thought.
Welcome to the stream where we have a debate on the time frame of a 5 to 8 minute walk.
There we go.
So did he dally or did he go in a straight line?
I don't know. He looked around, but all he saw was people walking, and so he just kept going.
I think it'd be perfect if he got there right on time.
Alright, so for dramatic timing, the announcer calls Anthony to the stage.
Okay.
And just on cue, like he was meant for this moment, he reaches the stage and climbs the stairs. And action. What does he do?
Oh, shoot. I kind of forgot what his act is again.
Did you write it down?
Yeah, I wrote it down somewhere.
Good.
Wait, did I? Hold on.
He just has the whole script of what he was going to say written on his arm, but it's smudged.
Ladies and Gentiles.
Oh no.
Wait, I have it written down somewhere. Where is it?
Do you need me to type it to you in the Discord?
So mad.
Wasn't this the issue last time as well?
It was. Just always don't remember what the hell he's doing. I had it written down somewhere. I'm very upset. Alright. So he will get onto stage, and if he is carrying things, which I mean, probably just the puppet. I mean, he's practicing in the park. He was polishing it with a cloth, so I guess he's got that on him. But you know, he probably put that away. So he takes out his puppet, and he takes out himself, and he.
Please don't flash the audience. There are children out there.
The strings, the magic strings, and he lifts his hands all dramatically, and the puppet comes to life. Ooh, but it's not like he's like above it or anything. He's standing right next to it, and he bows with his puppet friend, and he yells out in a loud voice, "My name is Antone Macaroni, and this is my magic show." And he will get straight into it. Does he have... So, okay, I need some context. This stage has been set up with everything that the performers need, right? Like, there's props up here.
If he has specified them to the,
Yeah.
so if he specified them, then yes.
Okay, so there's props on stage. The first one... Wait, do I have to go through this whole thing?
Describe generally in the best you can, so it's like... Not like he went up, he did a thing, the end.
Okay. So
I
what
really
he...
want every word.
In graphic detail. Everything Anthony does. Even when he breathes.
He picks his nose. It's really gross. Trying to think about how to describe this without it being super duper brief.
Did you get your
Yes, I saw.
okay, there you go. That's his show.
Yeah. So he tries to set it up as though it's going to be a super duper serious magic show where he does super cool magic. But instead, as you, the DM and UK may recall, but no one else will, everything with the puppet starts to go awry. He accidentally cuts the whole thing in half. He stabs the puppet when he's supposed to be hitting the spaces outside. It's like he's failing, but it's very hijinks filled performance, which is real weird coming from a guy that looks like that. Very slapstick, very things go wrong, and he tries his best. But I don't even know how you'd end that. Set the puppet on fire. Wow.
Alright, I would like you to roll performance to see how the audience reacted to him.
Alright, knowing puppet shows... Oh shit, where the... Oh, there we go. Knowing puppet shows... Got a feeling this is not gonna go well, but... I mean... For some reason, the people of this kingdom seem to really like puppets. Is it performance?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, heck.
Oh no!
What is
All right.
M? Well, whatever.
Uh,
It's
you
fine.
could-
It's a 5 plus 2.
What do you think, guys? Should I let him re-roll?
No. This is his performance.
Okay. Hey, if you don't want him to re-roll. Okay, so his performance was kind of weak.
Yeah.
He
I mean, it's a puppet show, so...
He stroked his own ego way too much. He thought he was gonna be like the best. He thought he was gonna be hot shit. He ain't hot shit.
Yeah.
I just thought I was saying objection. Oh no, Anthony.
It's okay.
So there was like kind of like this mixed response from the crowd. It wasn't really. It didn't really wow them like he hoped it would.
Hey, at least they're not throwing lettuce at him, but he'll be very upset, I'm sure.
If it's any consolation, Rinston claps.
It is not. She'll clap for anything.
She's so nice. And the announcer's like, okay, and following that, we have our main attraction for the evening.
Excellent.
Even though that's gonna be hard to beat.
Fuck you.
Language, Anthony.
Fuck off!
We don't use that fucking language here, Anthony.
Swears in Italian.
Excuse me. Sorry, Deja. I coughed down her head. I am so mean.
How rude!
I am so rude, but she didn't seem bothered. She loves me. So the announcer calls out. Sorry, the announcer calls out. The main attraction for the evening. You all know them. You all love them. Put your hands together for the Kitsune 3! And these three Kitsune, they look like identical twins, only for like a few variations in color. But other than that, like their facial structure, their hair, their fur, it looks all the same except for like what they're dressed in and what colors seem to come through. So these three Kitsune brothers just start singing like this awesome bomb ass song, and people are going fucking nuts. The one right in the forefront, the one that is probably the most talented, the most well known, is dressed in like bright reds, bright blues. It's the one that Hama saw and assumed that he's not up to any trouble because he's wearing lots of bright colors.
Yeah.
And his brothers were the two in the more muted colors. Trying to find my visual for myself. One is more of a blue and one is more of a silver gray. Their choreography seems to be on point. They're really rocking these things out and pulling off some really cool magic right in the middle of their performance. And people are going insane in the audience. The sun is going down and the lights are coming on just as they start finishing, and then, you know, they got like their little finale with like fireworks going off. And they start descending the stage, and people just start flocking to them, just like, oh my gosh, oh. So
Sign my arm!
So, like, in that moment, like, there's big empty pockets of space in the square to move around. How does Hama handle this kind of mobbing situation?
Where are they?
Oh, it's
mobbing?
like, it's to the right hand side of the stage as the brothers got off stage.
Okay. I think she'd probably make her way over there and just kind of use her quarterstaff to, like, push people back, saying, like, keep back.
the favorite brother, as it is assumed, the one in red and blue, kind of blows like these little kisses to the fans. They just start going freaking nuts as they start walking off. The silver one kind of gives Hama a wink.
But Hama's just trying to stay busy with her job.
She's been flirted to, but she don't know she been flirted to.
Mostly, if she glanced back and saw them doing like the blowing kisses at the people, she'd be annoyed because they're like revving the mob up even more.
They're stars. It's what they do.
I know.
Alright. So people are starting to kind of wander over to the bars now. And the square is a little bit lighter on the people. There's other staff starting to take down the stage because there's really no need for it once the entertainment's over. Almaya comes out of the castle with pretty much a nice heavy guard around her. And for those of you watching and don't know, Almaya is the princess of this kingdom. She has like this purpley pinkish type dress adorned with amethysts. She has very fair, almost porcelain-like skin with short-cut lavender hair, these deep purple eyes, and just like this little dusting of almost lavender freckles on her face. She has these very kind eyes. She makes it over the drawbridge, even though it seems like the guards don't want her out here. She is insisting. But, you know, she has her guards, so she's doing fairly well. And since there's not that many people, she decides that now's a good time to kind of make an appearance.
So she's just kind of walking in?
Yep.
Well, Ridston's gonna walk over to say hello. She wants to get away from the crowd.
Princess Alma's eyes kind of light up when she sees Ridston. She does this little curtsy and welcomes her very warmly. Hello there, Ridston. It's very nice to see you.
Yes, Princess Almaya, it's the same. It's wonderful to see you. And she tries to curtsy as well.
You say tries.
She has half skirts.
I thought for a moment that she was gonna face plant or something.
I mean, that goes without saying. Look, every time Ridston is trying to do something that takes her off balance, she's going to fall.
The poor child. And, of course, Princess Almaya wants to help her up. With the flurry of, I can do it. Coming from Rinston.
She's a big girl now. She can do it.
She turns her attention over to Hama and does this little smile and nod. Thank you ever so much, Owl.
Hama just returns the gesture and says, "Not a problem."
Is there anything else I need to accommodate you with before the night is through?
She just shakes her head.
Alright, if you think of anything at all that you need, don't hesitate to ask. She looks over at Rinston again. And the night is indeed not over. It's going to carry over until the sunrise, hence the name of the festival. She kind of looks around the honeycomb, so to speak. And it's gonna get a little bit packed when it comes to the sunrise. But trust me, you probably want to be in the center, or at least in this area by the time the sun rises. There's something about this place. Nobody can seem to quite agree on what happens, but it's almost like magic.
I've heard.
Oh, have you? She looks over at Hama.
Yes, my friend on the train mentioned that.
Did they? Well, yes, it's a widely known fact. Though nobody can seem to figure out what it does. Not even I can.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Well, the square will be bathed in some sort of amethyst light, and then people can't seem to quite agree on what happens. Some feel stronger, some feel wiser. It's a pretty unique phenomenon, and I'm pretty sure that's what the Sunrise Festival is best known for.
It sounds fascinating. I've never heard of such a thing.
To be honest, neither have I. Not anywhere else, at least. She looks over at Anthony and kind of gives like this little head tilt. It wasn't much of a hit, was it?
No.
Ooh.
Well, I could still give you about 50 gold. Would that help?
Yes.
Waluigi, number one. I don't know why I think of Waluigi when I think of him.
No, it makes sense. Both Italian, both tall, and gaunt.
Alright, so add about 50 gold to your inventory.
Okay.
She gives a sigh and then looks about the town again. At least everything turned out to be okay.
You're not expecting it to be?
I don't know, I guess I I expected some sort of trouble, but,
Ah.
you know, it gets bigger and bigger every year.
Mm.
And it's just never... It's never been this big before. Well, I'm off to walk around a bit. You all enjoy your time here.
Okay.
Thank you again.
You're quite welcome.
Hama just nods.
Anthony will drag his smoldering puppet away.
And where is he going?
Maybe back to the hotel?
Alright. Anything specific he's gonna do in his hotel, or is he just gonna go back to his room?
I was considering having him repair the puppet, but I don't know, man.
Is he gonna make that a public spectacle? Like, is he gonna...
Yeah, no, probably not. No, probably not.
He can't give away his family secrets.
His trade secrets.
Oh, so he's not gonna try to earn any side cash by performing some, like, watchy-watchy type shows?
I mean,
With
he's
a-
got the hand puppet, but he also doesn't have, like, a license to perform
Well,
on
that's
the
true.
street and do that.
But
So-
technically, he
so
wouldn't be on the
no.
street. He would be in the hotel.
He's gonna do it in the lobby?
Definitely get kicked out for that.
Who knows?
Probably.
Who knows? Alright. Does anybody have anything else to add before we start going into the good stuff?
Nope.
No.
Alrighty. The party goes on all night long. People are getting drunk, for sure. And then as the sun starts to creep up onto the horizon, people start hauling ass into the square. The square starts packing up with people, and if you want to get a good standing spot, you gotta come and get it now.
Do people go on the roofs here?
It's not going to be aimed at the roofs.
The sunrise isn't?
Ooh, the particular spot is within this honeycomb.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he can go on the roof if he wants, but nothing's gonna happen.
I
Alright.
feel like Hama's been there the whole time, but
Yeah, Hama probably has a right good standing.
hopefully on a high platform so she could see over all the people's heads.
Probably. She probably asked for it. Because Almaya would be able to provide that.
Okay.
Almaya is kind of standing on the entrance of, like, the very foot of the bridge. Standing with her guards. Did Rinston have a particular spot that she picked out?
I guess. I mean, if there's anyone that she's spoken to before that she can watch it with, she's definitely gonna do that.
Probably gonna be there with Jazz and Kine.
Okay, so long as they don't mind her tagging along, that's what she'll do.
They don't mind. And has Anthony found his special place to stand, or is he not standing in the square?
I'm trying to think about if he would have any motivation to see it. I don't think so, but I don't know. I mean, all it's been described as so far has been like sort of a mystery.
Mm-hmm.
So he's probably gonna stay. He's probably gonna be on the roof or something just to see the sunrise, I guess.
Okay. So he's on the roof?
He's on the roof.
Alright. And Rinston and Hama are in the honeycomb?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Rinston, Hama, both of you roll a d8 and a d4.
This can't be good.
Do I add them together?
No. They're separate. Alrighty, let's see. Okay, for Hama, that was... Hold on, That was a 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Increase your HP by 3.
Whoa!
So now you have 13 HP.
Yay!
And Rinston, increase your Constitution by 1. Oh wait, no, not Constitution. Intelligence.
Okay. Like, just the base score or the plus, the mod?
The mod.
Okay.
And
We add this to her character sheet.
And since Anthony was standing on the roof, he did not get any perks.
Yep.
And that's why nobody can decide on what it does. So it's like this... There seems to be some sort of gem at the top of the castle that kind of does the Staff of Ra moment. Shines the sun directly onto this little honeycomb area. And nobody can seem to agree on what it does. And it happens every year like clockwork. And so, with the festival concluded, everybody is pretty satisfied. And they're getting ready to pack up to go home. I want everybody to make a dexterity saving throw.
Mm.
Oh, good.
You said it's
good.
a saving throw?
Oh wait, it's a saving throw. It should be +6, not +.
Oh, well, that's +4. But it's a natural 1, so it doesn't matter.
Alright, Anthony!
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Is my
seems
boy
like...
gonna fall off a roof?
Yes.
Excellent.
So... It's like a big earthquake. Just starts... This rumbling just starts happening. And Anthony takes a fucking dive off this roof. I want you to roll a d6 for damage.
Okay. Well, hold on. Oh. Oh, shoot. Did I do it backwards? I don't think so. Oh. There we go.
Alright, so he took 2 damage, which, well, all things considered, not too bad. But, I mean, his HP is 7, so.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh,
So he's down to 5 HP. So he hit that ground hard. And Rinston, thankfully you're on the ground. So, and you're pretty used to falling. So
Yeah.
so it's not like you're going very far. So you don't have to roll damage, but you do fall down. And Hama, like a boss, you're just kind of untilted. You have your feet firmly planted as you just hear this loud booming roar.
oh dear.
And just like before anybody can react, this large, dark as night creature swoops down and picks up Almaya. Like, before even her own guards could react. It just kind of perches upon a really tall roof, just clutching her in one of his claws. For a moment, this creature looked to be like the one in the center. It is huge, it has like that big saber teeth, the wings, but I'll let you guys roll perception.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, Hama can see the differences, no problem.
Okay.
Anthony doesn't see any differences. But Rinston does see differences. Alright, so Anthony, you're automatically assuming that the statue in the center square is this creature.
Okay.
When it comes to Hama and Rinston, you could both see that there are inconsistencies. Instead of having feathered wings, this one has like almost like dragon wings. With like the backing of a night sky to it. And a long whip-like tail that ends in a big like furry tuft. There's these antler horns that come out of his head. And he looks down upon the panicked crowd at this point. Do we have any reactions?
I mean, Rinston's just... she doesn't know how to respond. She's trying to get herself up.
I think Hama's probably gonna try and get up there.
And Anthony?
I mean, just fell off a roof. Weird shit's going down.
I should ask, how quick is this happening? Like, it came in, swooped and grabbed the princess in the blink of an eye, and then perched. And how much time would you say has passed?
Probably, I want to say the span of 3 minutes at the very least.
Oh, that's a while.
Okay.
Like, I didn't want it to be, like, too long or too short.
So then, Princeton is going to try to make her way towards the base of the building.
Alright, so Hama's trying to make her way up, and Rinston's kind of following suit. And this big creature just kind of glares down at them and gives this rumbled response. I wouldn't if I were you, young ones.
Yeah, Anthony's gonna get the hell out of here.
Rinston is going to stop moving closer.
Hama's gonna keep going.
He gives this sort of loud growl and goes, to face me would mean your own death. Kind of does this little flick at her to try to get her down. You
Get her
could
down.
roll a dexterity saving throw to see how well you handle a flick.
Okay.
Okay, you handled the flick pretty well. You were flicked backwards, but you landed on your feet. And you're just looking up at this creature, just looking back down at them.
Okay, just to clarify, the threat was that he was going to kill them, not drop the princess off the edge.
Yeah.
Okay, so then, never mind. Rinston continues forward, too. Not that it matters, but yeah.
He just kind of looks at them and goes, how funny mortals can be. Looks over at Almaya. Look. There's something that you and I need to discuss. And I don't think I like your friend's attitude here. He sees Anthony running away. And he just kind of does this motion with another claw. And he's trapped in a bubble.
Excellent. Just him?
Yeah, he's
All
being
right.
brought back over.
Fantastic.
I think all should hear this. People are panicking, but they're not running.
Why not? Good lord.
They can't explain why they're not running. It's kind of like they're kind of shocked in place.
They have no survival mechanisms in them. They're like, oh, must stand still. Will not see me. Safe.
It's like a giant T-Rex, that's all.
Exactly.
They're kind of frozen in place. He sees Rinston and Hama keep trying to come at him. He goes, do you know who I am, foolish mortals?
No!
You say that facing you would mean death, but death is not something I'm afraid of.
You just look like a big bad guy.
You're very fluffy.
Orvat will immediately try to hug. He looks between all of the citizens and goes, to face me means death. I say this because to take me on is useless. I am a god. He lifts up Almaya and holds her up. There is something that you all may not know about her. And he looks at Almaya squarely. You know, I would be inclined to let the prophecy take hold. But there's something that's inkling me. You see, he points to the statue in the center. Y'all don't give me my proper dues here. The others are just kind of like stirring in place, like, what does he mean by that? What does he mean by that? So you choose me to ignore, and my daughter one to praise. Oh, I get it. She's the goddess of fortune. But she is also the trickster god of fortune. And where do you think she gets that from? He kind of pounds his chest with one claw, like, he goes, I am, you know, your boy Discord. And I don't think anybody has paid me proper tribute in eons. And I think that starts today. He looks down over all of them once more. Comply with me. I'll give her back. And I will let the prophecy unfold as it should. He looks back at Almaya and goes, have you told anybody your dirty little secret? How you're not really royalty. And how some people would like to know that fact. He just kind of looks down over the city again, kind of awaiting a response.
I'm a tourist.
Tourists. Nobody has anything else to add?
I mean, Rinston would speak in her defense. I'm just trying to figure out how to phrase it.
I think the only thing Hama would say is just like, you don't really seem worth honoring.
Well, little one, that's probably because right now I'm pissed. Nobody likes me when I'm pissed. All I ask is for a little bit of tribute every now and then, once in a decade or so, maybe even once in a century. But now,
If you're the god of discord, then why would anybody like you when you're happy?
because I keep the discord away, man.
Is that what that means?
Oh, it goes both ways. I can bring it, and I can stop it. The choice is yours.
What is this prophecy you speak of?
Ah. He just kind of looks over at Elmaya, kind of tapping a claw on her a little bit. Well, you see, little Princess Pooh right here ain't really a princess now. She's a figurehead, kind of a stand-in of sorts. The true rulers are 3, bonded by blood. Roll credits. And for years and years, probably about a couple of decades, nothing has been done about it. Nothing has happened. There were a couple of oracles that have already saw this be foretold. And so no proper monarch has been put in place since. But Amaya, you saw this coming, didn't you? You just didn't know exactly how. That's quite alright. So is there anything you mortals have to say to me for right now?
How you decide?
How I decide what?
How you decide rule?
Ah. That is not exactly for me to decide.
Who decide?
Trying to think of her name. Shit.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's like I just didn't need to. I didn't
While
have her
we're-
on hand.
While we're at this little pause, while Discord's talking, can Hama try and sneak up there?
I mean, if she wants.
Justice. Justice.
Justice.
So roll for stealth.
Hey.
Alright. That is a 24. Let's see. Right. Yeah, he notices.
Man.
roll a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
That's fun.
Alright, he kind of swipes you off, and, you know, thankfully, Hama was able to land on her feet. So it hurt a little bit. I mean, you don't have to take damage or nothing, but it's like, that was a force. Don't tempt me, young monk. Because your life will be over in a second, should I feel inclined. name. I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking in my files and it's like I know who I'm looking for. I know it begins with an M.
So, festival's been great so far.
Very lively.
I didn't see it. That was in the park.
Being
My puppet show was
antisocial.
pretty great, though.
I didn't catch that. What's up?
My puppet show is pretty great. Wrong audience. Maybe start with birthday party.
Alright, here we go. As for who decides who rules, well, there's a couple of factors. Either the divine forces selects, or it's up to Mortiale,
What?
the goddess
Is it-
of life.
What is that?
Mortiale.
More.
Now, there is much me and this little lady must discuss. Though I suggest we come to a bargain. Should you want her back well and unharmed.
I am tourist.
More like a ransom than a bargain.
Tomato. You say ransom, I say bargain. Now listen up. I am looking for the 10 major kingdoms' most precious treasures. Bring them to me as an offering for all of those centuries of neglect. And I shall spare her.
What you do in the meantime?
She and I must have a little chat
A
about
long
this,
chat.
about the affairs of what goes on here. I will be perched beyond the mountains of Nelvasker.
I don't know where that is.
You can give me one treasure at a time, or you could give them all to me at once. It is your choice. But for now, I must say ta-ta. And he takes off.
Someone get me out of this babble. Hello?
And then the stone on the statue crumbles. And out steps the actual goddess of fortune, looking in quite a frightful panic. She looks a lot like Discord, but has feathered, colorful wings like a sunset. Has more of a fox-like tail, with the colors of the sunset as well. But no horns. And she has more of a black and gray color scheme. She looks about in a pretty wild, frantic panic as she sees Discord fly away. And she looks about the city square. Did anybody try to stop him?
I'm tourist.
Of course.
Yes.
Her attention turns towards Hama and Rinston. You tried. That in itself is a noble act. And I am in your debt for at least trying. Though, unfortunately, she looks off to the horizon. I know that mere mortals could not. But, should you help me? She kind of climbs up to a rooftop herself. She is much smaller than Discord was. More or less a little bit larger than the average horse. For a size reference. She stands on top of one of the buildings and says, "If anybody or groups of people could help me return Almaya to this kingdom, I will greatly reward you. She may not be the true ruler of this area, but she is an important person to this area. And nobody would be able to deny that fact. I am willing to grant the heart's desire of anybody who can venture out and meet Discord's demands."
How much gold is that?
She just looks over at Anthony. "Are you joining the conversation then?"
I was already here.
"I just heard you chirping away that you are a tourist."
I am a tourist.
"Well, you see, heart's desire is a funny thing. How much gold do you desire?"
Yes.
All of it.
"And it shall be yours. I am the goddess of fortune after all. But, in order to get this..."
Oh, okay. On the edge of my seat here.
I need all of you to do as Discord says.
Could you repeat that?
Hold on. Deja threw her butt in my face. I need all of you. Sorry, my headphones came undone. That's kind of what I've been kind of like shaking on.
Ah, okay.
Oh, sweat.
Technical difficulties. Please stand by.
I forgot what song they played during those.
During what?
During the Please Stand By, they play a song. That's not the song. But it is one that I thought of.
What about everybody dance now?
Everybody read
Again. But this time, for real.
Deja, no. Don't stand on the keyboard, baby.
Or do. It's your life.
I'm just gonna say,
Alright, I think my headphones are being a butt, so I'm just gonna try to continue. I hope you guys can hear me alright.
Yeah.
Alright, so what part do you need me to repeat?
Yeah.
What we needed to do. At least that's what when I stopped hearing.
Yeah.
Aha, my headphones kicked back in.
Oh, good.
Alright. She goes, I need you to comply. I need you to comply with what Discord wants. I need you to bring in the 10 major kingdoms' most precious treasures and bring it to him. And in doing so, I will grant each and every one of your heart's desires.
You live with me?
she looks confused and goes, You want me to live with you?
Goddess of fortune.
Well, if you have all the money you could ever want, you don't need me.
Goddess of fortune.
Not necessarily wealth, but it's part of it.
Fortune.
She's just like looking at him sideways.
Yeah. That's a solid response.
I don't think you would want me around. I'm a terrible house guest. But I guess if that is your heart's desire, you'll see how fast you would want to turn that around.
I only get fortune.
I am a trickster goddess, after all.
Oh, no, don't want that.
Didn't think so. But my offer still stands. No tricks attached. Heart's desire. You just have to help me get her back.
obviously, Hamo is up for this, not really caring about the prize or anything.
Just tell us where we can start our quest.
Well, where you could start is the first major kingdom. Maybe not number one per se, but probably the closest is the Elven Kingdom. She points her tail to the east. The Elven Kingdom of Whitewood. What their most precious treasure is, it's hard for me to say. I don't really know. I don't really look over them very much. But hey, I am willing to help y'all. And in addition, since I am a little bit of a trickster, playfully in this case, I'll strike you a bargain. We play a little game of hide and seek, and I can give you extra boosts. But any information I have, I will give totally for free. Does that sound like a
Alright
deal?
then. Alright, well, we'll play.
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
And so,
Mama?
I can count on you three?
Absolutely.
Of course.
Yes.
Okay, I'll free you from your bubble now. She pops it.
I farted in there.
No.
You gross. So, I do indeed appreciate all of your help. And I do apologize that this had to happen. She never meant to drag anybody into this. She just wanted to protect her people. Because she thought this was going to be something bad for them. She'd never realized it was going to be bad for her.
We'll do what we can to help her. She's very kind, and the least I can do to repay her kindness is to do my best to help save her.
Alright, is that all the comments?
Yeah.
Aw, I hear Maxine crying. Alright, so, unless you have, a want to continue further, that would be a natural end for this episode.
I think I'm done, so guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. So, what do you guys think?
I like it so far.
Here we go.
I'm sorry that the beginning was kind of
It's okay.
No probs. We
because
got there.
I can't talk.
I'm sad I missed Antoni's interaction with the stuttering person
With
Why?
because it sounded really funny.
He's very trustworthy.
Very.
He was offering gold in return for navigation, and he's like, nope. I am okay, thanks. Alrighty, before I close this out, I wanted to thank everybody for watching, or listening rather. This was a nice pet project of mine, and I'm excited to continue. I'm thinking about actually moving this to Twitch, because of the whole COPPA bullshit that's going on. I don't know
Yeah.
how that's going to affect unmonetized channels, but I would rather not pay out the nose for something that I'm just like BSing about. And it's like, well, my channel's not for kids, but I don't run ads.
Yeah, actually considering deleting a lot of all of my videos.
I'm considering like downloading probably my most important ones. I've already downloaded the most important one on my channel. And I don't know if it will count if I set everything to private, but I might be deleting a lot of things. I may just keep my account just to browse, but I don't think I'll be broadcasting much on here anymore. But moving to Twitch, especially because D&D is considered gaming. And I know it's not only for gaming, but it's a gaming community. And D&D is technically gaming. Don't worry, Slasher. I'll give a link when I'm all set up. There's still some things I have to work out. I know I put one up, or I set one up a long time ago, but there's still some things I need to tweak before I launch. But I will be, I'll be posting the link in the Discord, so nobody gets left behind. And I'll try to share it on wherever I can on YouTube, so those that are not in the Discord can still come if they want to. Alrighty, does anybody else have anything else to say before I close this out?
Yeah. This is fun.
I'm glad.
I'm excited for the next episode.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Oh man, those elves though.
I'm excited for that.
I'm excited to bring you that one, because that one has been lovingly thought about.
Oh boy.
Alrighty. Thank y'all for listening and attending. I hope you enjoyed it. And we will see you next time. And I'll try to post the Twitch wherever available. Okie dokies. Bye-bye.